My mom cried when I said I'd had enough. My dad called me a disgrace. My brother didn't say a word. But I'll never forget the way they looked at me when I chose myself. I still remember the exact chill that ran through me when I opened that email. I was 23, just out of college, doing the little victory dance you do when an internship finally turns into a maybe this can be my life kind of thing. I'd worked nights at a cafe, lived on instant noodles more nights than I'd like to admit, and felt, finally, like things were tilting in my direction. Then my inbox lied to me. Or so I thought. The subject line said something boring, like account notice. I clicked it, expecting a routine message about payment due dates or a promotional offer. Instead, one line in bold, $170,000. My eyes skimmed it twice, then 3 times, hoping my brain would correct what my screen insisted was true. $170,000. For a hot second I laughed out loud at the absurdity. There had to be an extra zero, right? Maybe some intern typed a phantom number. Maybe the bank meant $17,000. Maybe anything but this. My hands started shaking. I called my mom before I'd even finished reading the email. My throat felt dry, like I'd swallowed sand. Mom, I said, trying to keep my voice steady, the bank says I owe $170,000. What is this? She made it sound casual, like I'd asked whether we needed milk. Probably a mistake, sweetie. Don't worry, we'll sort it out. Her voice had that floaty tone she uses when she's trying to move on to the next thing. I could hear dishes clinking in the background. My calm unraveled a little. No, Mom. This isn't a little thing. That's life-changing. I could feel the words getting louder inside me. She paused, and the pause was a universe. Finally she admitted, vaguely, as if confessing to something embarrassing, that they'd taken out a loan in my name to cover college costs. It shouldn't be that much, she said. Her voice thinned. Then she said the part that made my stomach drop through the floor. We took out the full amount, just to make sure you had enough if your scholarship didn't cover everything. Her words spun in my head. Full amount? Scholarship? I'd gotten a decent scholarship. I'd paid part of my tuition with my savings and shifts at the cafe. I didn't need, and I certainly didn't authorize, $170,000. I drove to their house the next weekend because I needed to see them, to look at them while they explained how anyone could put this on my shoulders. The neighborhood smelled like cut grass and something baked, everything looked perfectly ordinary, and that normalcy made me angrier. How could life go on so calmly when someone had just handed me a financial bomb? They were waiting in the living room like they'd rehearsed the scene, my dad in his chair, arms folded in the I'm concerned way, my mom with that gentle, apologetic smile that always made me want to believe her. I didn't do small talk. I sat down and told them exactly what the bank said, how I felt, and what I needed, transparency. My dad sighed and launched into his version of the story. We were trying to do right by both of you, he said, like the line would smooth it all out. Do right by both of us? What did that even mean? I pressed for specifics. How much did they take, where did the money go, and most importantly, why in my name? That's when reality turned into a punch in the gut. They confessed, of the loan, $80,000 had been handed to Evan, my twin, to help with his career.